All right. Hi. And is the chat gonna show up to me for me today? Hopefully. There it is. Hopefully the audio is working. Hopefully. I'm gonna check it. I don't want to end up doing this for 20 minutes and then get screwed over again. Where you at? I'm not used to YouTube's changes on the style of the website. It looks like it's working. Yeah, it is. How about that? All right. Might be a little laggy, maybe. All right. Far out. Close out of that. There. Sup, Rye mates? The audio is working. Thank you for letting me know. I was curious about that. That's like going to be my first question. Is the audio working? It's what, about 1:45 coming up on it. I think it's 1:40. We're starting out here on the north end of Loveland, Colorado, off of I-25 and Crossroads Boulevard, a little bit north of that, in fact. You may, if you don't already see where we're at Blue Arena. So this is the Budweiser Event Center at the Larimer County Fairgrounds, except now it's Blue Event Center, Blue Arena, not Budweiser. Budweiser's gone. So, yeah. I think it's Tanya that mentioned the idea of possibly coming over here. I don't think I saw it while I was live last time, but I think it's Tanya that mentioned the idea of coming over here, so a little bit of inspiration from him on that, but also some of my own desire, because I've kind of wanted to do a stream on this part of the, how do I want to say it, Loveland and Johnstown area. We'll be touching on Johnstown in today's stream, but we're starting in Loveland. So we'll get rolling here in a minute. Hopefully everyone is having a wonderful, fantastic day. It is in the low 50s in Loveland area, and Cheyenne it's right around 50. Loveland is supposed to get to like 54, I was seeing, 55, something like that. So it'll still get a little warmer yet, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and write a little bit, and then I'll interact with chat here in a second. So Blue took over this event center just earlier this year. Blue, of course, is the federal credit union based out of Cheyenne. So there's that. Go ahead and go left. And get a couple of photos from here. Got Larimer County Sheriff vehicle parked up over here. He's been here since I got here. That sun on my back sure feels good. Sun goes down like 4:45, so gonna try and get done before that. There we go. Notice some vehicles. We're going in the Blue Event Center. At least one Ram that had like a sticker on it for the price. So I wonder if they're maybe going to have some kind of car show here or something like that here before too much longer. Does look like there's some kind of reptile thing going on, so there is that. Hey, the wind is definitely the chill. The sun feels good, but the wind is definitely the chill. I think that's the only pitfall of riding the direction that we're going to be going today, which is kind of more south-ish. There's also a First National Bank building over here. I didn't realize that. When I first saw it, I read it differently, and it didn't come across as FNBO, but it is FNBO. Let me pop up on the sidewalk for a minute. Ugh. There you go. So that's a FNBO. how many photos you might take, who knows? I don't count the trips, I'll be honest. But I mean, I'll photo places along the way, and I'll usually take several photos of each place. You know, there's probably easily 100 images in a trip like this. Even in Cheyenne when I'm doing it, like it'll still be a lot like that. When I'm doing a stream in Cheyenne, I should say. There we go. Take some good photos as I go. Man, that's kind of a cool shot of the Blue Arena from here. Hold on a minute. Now I'm glad I stopped. Maybe. That's actually kind of a really cool shot. It's been a long time since I've been here. Last time I was here was back when it was still branded as, or the arena thing over here was still branded as Budweiser. I passed by a lot of times, but obviously anytime I go to Loveland or anywhere south of there, I end up passing it. But for the most part, almost every time. But you know, besides that, I haven't actually been over here after Budweiser was gone. So Budweiser. I can't talk. Hopefully the stream's not lagging at all. My phone says it has 4 bars, so it should be pretty good, but hop back on the bike. First place is actually just up ahead, besides the Blue Arena, of course. First place that I want to check out, so let's see what we can do. The wind is definitely a chill. It's almost like, I almost wouldn't have minded switching to like a short sleeve and then putting a jacket on, but I don't know. The reptiles thing apparently is up that way, though, before we turned right. This is Clydesdale. I don't see any traffic, so I'm gonna go. It's Larimer County, so supposed to be able to treat stop signs as yield on a bicycle, and that's what I'm on, so it should be good. It's like it should be, like, it's in a way it should be nicer in that way, since it's a little bit less concerning to not stop. I don't know how to word it. I need words that I don't have, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Oh man. Oh man. All right, let's do this. So we've got a little bit of a bike lane thingy here. Don't love the painted gutter lanes, but it is a fairly wide one. Wider than some of the ones in Cheyenne are, that's for sure. So our first place is right here on the right, just off of Stallion and Clydesdale. Let's see. Gotta switch gears before I stop. There we go. All right, so right up over here, there's plans of possibly putting in a Base Pro Shops. Base Pro Shops is possibly eyeing this location in front of you guys for a new store. So there is that. Let's take a quick photo because there's not much to take a photo of. Someone's RV, but I'm not going to zoom into that. I don't need to see that. Why'd they leave Transform? I think their agreement was up. Whatever agreement they had was up. I guess you might call it a partnership or something like that. And Blue ended up taking it over, which honestly, it's not a surprise at all. They think they have a spot over at El Trip in Cheyenne, and obviously they have a lot of bank branches in Colorado and Wyoming anymore. They just recently opened that blue branch over on Eisenhower not too long ago, so there's that. We still need to put in a median here, but it's not through road really yet, so yeah, no biggie. We'll just ride right here. Next place of interest is the Come and Go up here. I remember when it wasn't here, and I remember a time when I went to this Come and Go and it wasn't showing in Street View yet. It's over here on the left. Go ahead and grab a quick photo here. Let's see, when was it? I'll have to look at my list to make sure. It's like 2018-ish when it was built. Oh, darn it. Go ahead, person. Where are you going? Go ahead. I want the photo, and y'all are blocking my shot. There we go. According to a news article, the natural grocers we passed by in the last Loveland live stream is apparently open, and they're going to have their grand opening on the 15th of this month. So there is also that. All right, we're going to pass through here. It's something that just caught my eye when I was going through for places to film and stuff. Oh, that's where that dirt road thing goes. It meets up right here. The one from Stallion. But something I saw when I was going through a Street View for places to pass by, trying to figure out what route I want to take. I noticed this right here on our left was a Perkins. A Perkins and a Plaza. Usually you don't see them connected at all to any building. Usually they're completely standalone, at least over here. So let me re-angle for you guys. So they're calling it the Ruben's Grill and Cantina. Used to be a Perkins. Oh man, that glare on that sign's bad. There we go. Alright. Thought there was a way to get down over here. I can't remember. Was there? I don't think so, maybe. Maybe not. No. But there is the sidewalk that I can take, so we'll use that. So yeah, this would have been Perkins here, though, which is interesting. To me, anyway. I don't think I realized there's a Perkins here until, obviously, it's gone now, but... There we go. Bike's a little squeaky. I need to lube the chain probably. Oh well. Whoop. And whoop. Alright. I'm going to get in the left lane because we're kind of turning left. I'm going to go on the sidewalk, but that's alright. That'll work. There we go. I don't know if I wanted to get over on the other side yet or not. I don't think... Yeah, I kind of did. Okay, we'll have to go back in a second. I need to look at my list anyway, so that's alright. There's a Wendy's over here and it's quiet. In the drive-thru anyway. Looks like someone inside dining, so there's that. It's really debating on what direction to go on this path. Part of me really would like to start the other end of the route I've chosen for today. Would have made a little more sense, I'll leave it at that. But it's like, I'd rather go more downhill. It's supposed to be more downhill going towards south of here, so it's like, I'll just do that. A little bit easier. Yeah, I think I actually wanted to go straight through the light and then cross over so that way I can get to the other places on the other side of the road. Oh well, that's all right. We'll get there. Stop here for a minute. Maybe I'll just cross from this side. Got to press the button. Hopefully I can get it before the light changes. Try and multitask a tiny bit. Okay, we still got time. Light's changing, darn it. Oh, that's all right. We're on a bike, so it won't take long to get crossed. There we go. Hey! Oh, it didn't change for me yet. I got trolled. It did the green arrow. I thought it was changing on me, but it didn't. It didn't change yet. Okay. We made it. We made it. Made it. Crossroads Plaza over here on the right. I did not research much of it. I wanted to pass by a human being for the fun of it. Let's see. Let me look at my list here. Make sure I've said everything right so far. So there's that. It's south. Base Pro. Come and Go. So Come and Go was built between 2018 and 2019. Next place is Human Being. Is built between 2015 and 2017. That's over here on the right side of the road. I can't help but notice it more since obviously Cheyenne has one. Looks like they got a walk-up window at this location. Seems like Human Being usually does have walk-up windows. Which, at the end of the day, I do kind of like that. There we go. Grab a photo of the menu. The menu. Vroom. Hate cutting through the grass, but screw it. Alright, next place is just down the sidewalk here a little farther. Although I do want a photo of the Human Being sign, kind of. Well, shoot. Screw it. It's basically the same sign as the one in Cheyenne. Screw it. Gotten that photo before. So apparently there's a new Domino's over here. There is. Brand new Domino's pizza, the building and everything. It's kind of more of a plaza building, maybe even mixed use for all I know. But it's a building right in front of you. It's just built very, very, very recently. Like over the last year or so, maybe a little more than a year now. I'll read shit here in 1 second. Try that again. What's up, Eric? I rode my bike all the way for Collins. No, I didn't. Perkins struggling, our lease was up. I don't know. I did not research that spot quite as much as I usually do, honestly. I didn't look into that spot, just didn't have time. Perkins has been struggling over recent years, though. Like over the last 5 years or so, they've definitely been struggling a lot more than they used to. There's been at least 2 locations I immediately know of out near the Westminster area that closed up. Even that place, the learning experience thing, is pretty new. Looked like it was built about the same time as this building here. Let's see. I didn't want to get off the sidewalk so I can get a good view of Dominos. Looks like Dominos may not be open yet. Maybe getting close, but not open yet. I saw it just labeled on Google Maps as like, okay, so there's a Dominos here apparently. Doesn't surprise me, but yeah, I definitely still see permit stuff in the window, so I think it is not open yet. I'm trying to do this before. I think I see someone walking to the window in the reflection, so I'm trying to get the photo before they come. Unless they're walking away, it's hard to tell. There we go. We'll give them credit. They got a bike rack there. It's not the best one ever in my humble opinion, but it's more than good enough. Better than what some places do. I've seen a lot worse. And it's in the concrete, so people probably won't steal it. Airplane going overhead. No, I did not ride to Fort Collins on my bike. That would be interesting to try and do that sometime, but that would be a really long and hard ride. All right, we're gonna go off to the left. I need to get my gloves back on because my hands are gonna get cold. It's not super cold, but it's chilly enough that I'd rather have them on if I can. Oh, come on, glove. Oh. So interestingly, In-N-Out is having their first day today. I was not planning that. I was already looking at possibly doing a stream today a week ago, and my notification post that I put out last Sunday will confirm that. Okay. But it just so happens that In-N-Out, like over the last week, there were news posts that came out that confirmed they were opening today. I passed by there for the heck of it before the stream, and well, they are busy. I talked to one of the traffic control guys over there when I was getting a little video clips of it, just in case we don't make it over there. I'll try, but talking to him, and he said that like there was like 75 vehicles in line earlier today, in line for the drive-thru. And when I was there were quite a few vehicles lined up to get in still. And even to get inside walking, there's a line going all the way out the door. It's insane to me. All right. So this is a little thing that I figured since I'm over here, I might as well note it is a Bomgaars. Never been inside of one. There's a couple of them in Wyoming. The Shopco I filmed up in Douglas, I think it was, got replaced by Bomgaars. Douglas, Wyoming. Haven't ever been by this one before, so figured I might as well just come over and grab a little video and maybe a couple photos of it. Plus, it's on the way anyway. Gotta go on the back roads a little bit here, try and avoid the traffic. There we go. Grab a couple storefront photos too. They got a Dish logo in the window, like the satellite dish. I wonder if they have a little office here then. See that? I don't know if you guys see that or not. Dish on the windows. There's a place called Woodcraft here, or maybe that's part of Bomgaars, I'm not sure. The one thing I know for certain is that Bomgaars is more of a store like Jack's, or I forget the one that's more out east, that's taken over quite a few Kmart's and other stores. Totally forget the name of it right now, and of course me and one of the other retail people were literally just talking about it the other day. Whoa, chill bike. Whoa. There we go. There we go. There we go. Grabbed a few photos. Front. There we go. What's up, Kenneth, how are you doing? I would love to have a White Castle in Cheyenne. I've heard of them. I know I've seen their stuff sold in Walmart, and I know there's locations out east. But it's still crazy to me because I only known In-N-Out in California, AZ, and Nevada. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. In a way, I almost wanted to make this joke in the Rents and Raves group for Cheyenne. There's a lot of people in Cheyenne that want an In-N-Out up there, but yet they also apparently don't want the Wyoming to be California or Colorado or any of that. I find it a little ironic in a way that even though they don't want it to become more like what Colorado or California is, they also want In-N-Out to come up there. I think for me anyway, it shows just how much hype there is around the brand. It's definitely a very hyped up brand. Not sure what this person's doing, but maybe he's looking at the sign. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go right around there. Kind of need to be like right here. That's almost a good photo, but yeah, okay, I'm gonna do it. Except now I'm too far. I tell you, it's position here. This is a little bit tricky because there's trees in the way that make it a lot harder. Now, I don't hate trees. I don't want the trees to be torn down by any means of the imagination, but it makes it a little tricky to grab the photo here. So I gotta get this photo. There's a car about a block and a half away, so I gotta get it before the car gets here. It'd be nice to anyway. Darn it, we're gonna have to move. They got a little too close. Come on, people. Thank you for waiting. They slowed down a little bit. That's nice. We gotta wait for one more vehicle, and then we can do it again. There's no car behind me. Try not to turn too sharply. There's one time, and ironically, this was when I did a ride out to the TA over near Burns in Wyoming, kind of in Burns. Technically it's Burns, but technically it's the Cheyenne one. Depends on how you look at it, I guess. But one time I rode out there, and on the way back I was riding, and I dropped something, so I had to stop and see about getting it picked back up what I dropped. But unfortunately, when I did that, I ended up turning too sharply and I flipped out. I didn't hurt myself too bad, which was good, like very, very minimal, but it still sucked. Wasn't fun to crash like that. I was going slow speed, but I still turned a little too sharply for my own good. All right, car, go ahead. Go. There you go. Well, that's about the best we're gonna get. And of course, there's another car coming, so I gotta get back riding again. I'm glad I've gotten better at one-handed and no-handed riding. I have actually legitimately gotten better at doing that, and it comes in handy sometimes. That was one of the times because I literally just did that whole thing with only one hand, like getting out of the way for that vehicle. One hand, no problem. I've gotten better about it. Still not the greatest, but a lot better than I used to be, so I'm happy about that. Let's see. Freddy's is better than In-N-Out, says Nikki. There's a lot of debate around that. Even Culver's, Culver's is kind of a relatable one too for those. Let's see, I gotta scroll up a little bit. I've been to that one, I think. Which one? Oh, you're trying to joke. It's like, I was all like, no, let's bring those here. They would all be like, no. White Castle is a place where you order their sliders half a dozen times. Yeah. I guess I didn't realize that's how you ordered it, but I knew they had the sliders thing, and I knew that's kind of what they're known for. Good times, A&W. Oh, you mean A&W root beer. Oh, so that went over more like, Are you talking about, have you been to the A&W root beer that's more like in, what's the name of that place? It's a place right on the border of Wyoming. It's not Burns. Burns is before that. I can't think of the name of that city right now. I'm embarrassed to say, but I can't think of it right now. Go this way for a minute. Oh, that's a cool photo. That's a really cool photo. Right between these trees. That's like really, really, really cool. Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, let's climb up here. That's actually like super cool to me. All right, we gotta take this photo and then we'll move on. Good spot to zoom in and see the building, and good spot to zoom out, see the trees. Except I need it to be a little closer, otherwise the camera will way overexpose. It's gonna be a little overexposed, but oh well. That's a really cool view. There are A&Ws in Gillette, Graybell, and Wheatland. Yeah, there is the one in Wheatland. I photoed that one before. The one I'm thinking of is over on the eastern border of Cheyenne, or of Wyoming. Sorry. It's right where right before you get to Nebraska. There's that one little city that I can't, or more of a town. It's PD3 when me and Standby News are staging out. It comes out across as PD3 on the scanner. And I can't think of the name of the city right now. I haven't haven't photoed that one before, but I have been out that way a little bit. Obviously, when I was out that way when I went to Scottsbluff a while back. I can't believe it's just back in 2020 when I went to Scottsbluff. I really, when I was having a discussion with the same retail person, that I thought that I had been, or what do I want to say? I thought it had been 2021 when I went to Scottsbluff, but no, it was 2020. All right, we got a little bit of writing to do, but this one's a little nerve-wracking because the speeds are 45 miles an hour on this road. They've given a separated bike lane. It's just not my favorite since it's not like more separate. It's still more of a gutter lane. But again, it's still pretty wide, so I can't complain too much, but yeah. I guess it's better than nothing considering that they didn't have anything built out here before. You're probably seeing the construction paper stuff up over here on the left. There's a bunch of new houses. I'd almost use those side streets, but it would add a lot of extra length that I don't want to add to the route. I managed to do, I think it's about 10 or 11 miles last time. But I think if I did any more, I wouldn't have been able to make it. Now see, if I had gone the other way, I'd be climbing up this the whole way pretty much. This whole road that we're on. This is Centerra Parkway headed southbound. I would have been climbing all the way up the hill, and granted it's not terrible. It's only like a couple hundred feet. It's still enough though. It'd slow me down and wear me out. So yeah, I think I'm glad I changed what direction I gotta go. Still gotta go up a little hill later, but you know, that hill won't be so bad. And you'll see what I mean soon enough. This way I can go pretty much full throttle though, so yeah. How about that? Thinking about hopping over on the the sidewalk over here. I think there's a sidewalk, should be. Looks like there is. Gotta wait for traffic. long line of traffic. Man. Centerra Parkway. Alright. I can't tell if the sidewalk... Yeah, it does keep going. Okay. At first, it almost looked like it just forced you into the neighborhood, but nope. Nope, it does what it's supposed to. Man, they got this part up fast then, because if I remember right... Well, maybe not. Maybe, I can't remember. If I remember right, I think in the July 2023 street view, if I remember right, there were no houses on this block. Or so, of Centerra Parkway by Kinston. I think that's Kinston back there. But now there's all these homes and sidewalk and everything, so I didn't even have to worry about that. I don't know, maybe it was there. I can't remember. I don't know, maybe these were here a little longer than that. I can't remember. I can't remember. I'm confusing two blocks together. We just passed Wild Millet Street. And this is what I mean. I know this is sidewalk more meant for just people in general, but it'd be kind of nice to have something like this on the other side. I realize that part of the reason it's probably not there is because there's not any development there yet. I do find it interesting they made a concrete bike path thingy though, like a concrete bike lane instead of a pavement one. Wow, got a nice little sidewalk there that goes up to the residential. I'm glad to see that there's more thought being put into facilities for people that are not driving. I am glad about that. All right, I don't know if we'll beat the light or not. Looks like we got a police car just chilling, waiting for speeders maybe. Kind of want to go this way. Yeah, we'll go this way and then we'll cross over. So the light changing, yep, there it goes. And, oh, there's the button. There we go. Kendall Parkway. We're almost to the next place. Almost to the next place. And hopefully my phone screen is still on. Uh-oh. I think it did. I think my phone died. If the phone screen's on or off or what? On. We're up to 5% now. The cold wind did it, I think. I don't know if we got to the stoplight or not before the stream died, but at least I know we made it past Wild Mullet. We made it past the Wild Mullet. I hope that there's a Wild Mullet on that street. But in seriousness, maybe there is, because golly, my phone certainly took the cold finally. That's insane, because when we started, my phone was about 70% full on battery. Granted, it's had wear and tear over the years. You know, it usually would be good, but it's kind of insane how quickly the phone died. But either way, it's plugged in now, and I'm sure it's because of the cold wind. I'm sure it's cold wind, because it's not super windy, but there's enough of a breeze that when I'm riding, I can feel that cold, and man, it's a chill. It is a chill. But just for a little reference, so we're literally up on the hill, just a little bit south of Wild Mullet. We're actually at the intersection of, what is that, prairie turtle, painted turtle, and water clover. So we're gonna get back going. I'm glad that there's this little bike path thingy here, because it gives you that cool view of the Union Pacific Bridge. Should have come up here in the first place, but Oh well. At least it wasn't too long that I was down when streaming. We'll get Chad again here in like 1 second once I get around the corner and maybe around the time I get ready to cross the street. So we're back on Kendall. What is this? Not Kendall. Centerra Parkway. And we're coming up on Kendall Parkway. I'm gonna go ahead and get across before the light changes. The way they did this is a little jank. Could have done it a little better, but what can you do? In my opinion, they could have done a little better anyway. I realize there's kind of a slope thingy going on here though, so I kind of got to deal with it. It's awkward. Yellow. Red. And green, there it is. Let's get across before that blue car gets here. So we're coming up on, I don't know how you pronounce that, Chapangu? Chapangu? I don't know, Chapangu? I don't know. Something like Chapangu Sculpture Park. And we're gonna use it to go over to the Promenade. So I think this was the way I wanted to go. Yeah, it was. Looks like they're getting Christmas decorations up. Starting to. They already got this spot. A little. Yeah, I guess I technically wanted to go the other way. Oh well, that's all right. It's technically a slightly shorter way, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm impressed how fast we got over here a little bit. Like, I felt like it would have taken a lot longer, but nope. Over here on the left, we got a Macy's. This one is still open, unlike the Fort Collins one. They technically out right away, so I'll wait. Got 2 more cars. Keep going, keep going. I want to go before the next one gets here. There we go. Appreciate that person waiting, but they got the right of way, so they get the right of way. Okay, I'm turning right. Not too many places to think about too much over on this bit, but there's a Best Buy I wouldn't mind grabbing a couple photos up here. Just because they got a different sign. You don't usually see signs quite like this, at least in my experience, where it's the tag logo, but the letters are actually kind of offset. They're actually extruded letters. It's not a car coming. We'll go right here. Just for a moment. I didn't realize that's why that sign looked like that before. I've seen photos of it online when it's lit at night, but I never paid much attention to it till now, so. There we go. Quick photos and move on. I'll read the chat real quick before I do though. Nice to meet you. Cheers, Jasmine. I think you've been in the live chat before, haven't you? Hopefully you're having a good day though. Please try not to overwhelm chat. I do try to read it as best as I can. There you guys go. There's the sign that I was talking about. Alright. Let's continue onward. It's possible I might have said hi when the stream was still bugged, so I apologize if that was the case. All right, got a theater over here. Man, they're even getting the lights up over here in the Plaza for Christmas. It is November, and Thanksgiving is fast approaching, so yeah. Wow, that's a little bit of an incline, more than I thought. All right, well, we'll take a look at it real quick. So right up ahead, there's a underpass thingy that I think is going to connect up to some kind of bus stop or something like that. Not exactly sure everything that it's about, but I could have sworn I read somewhere that they're moving the bus from over by the over south of the outlet center, the Loveland Yards, over to here. But I can't remember, and I can't find that article anymore if I am remembering right. So yeah, we can't go up there right now. Really, kind of could, but it's kind of blocked off. But sidewalk weaves up that way, meets up at the underpass, which is closed off right now. So I'm glad I planned around that instead of going through it. So if I planned to go through it, I wouldn't have been able to get through. I would have wasted so much energy and time, and that would sucked. Small thing, I would like to see some kind of a pedestrian walkway over closer to Highway 34 than that one is, but you know what, it is a step, so I'll give it some credit for that, for being a good little walkway, even if it is a little out of the way of Highway 34. Okay, turning left back into the Centerra Plaza area. That is the mall access road we were just on. All right. That's kind of a cool photo. Cool angle of the Best Buy. There we go. Just a couple of quick photos. Let's see, next place I'm gonna just spin around for the heck of it. It's the Rock Bottom restaurant over here. I think I tried it one time and I did like it, if I remember right. It's definitely a little more of a brewery style restaurant versus a restaurant. After all, it's Rock Bottom restaurant and brewery, but has a little more of the brewery / bar vibe to it, in my opinion. Nothing wrong with that, just an observation. Okay, there's no car. That car was turning, so it doesn't even affect me. One quick photo here. That's kind of a cool angle too. There we go. Okay. For a sec, I thought that was an entryway to something where that car just pulled in. I don't know why, but I did think that for just a moment. All right. Let's see, what's next? I think we want to go, what way was it? I think we want to go this way and then around. I wonder if they got a map in there. Hold on a minute, I gotta go back for a minute. I wonder if they got a map in there of the Promenade. They do. They do got directories in here. There we go. I have to put that in my bag somehow. It won't fit in that one. Yeah, that's a pain. Shoot, I don't have a good way of carrying it. All right, well, I'll just carry it. Screw it. I'm gonna go this way. That way I don't have to make him move as quickly. Gonna go over this way because I want to see what's over here for a minute. I think it is over here. I'm gonna have to look at my list. Hopefully it was. I can't remember. I think it was though. I think I was planning on going this way. Yeah, no, this was it. So Victoria's Secret is here now. That is interesting. So there's an East Coast Pizza here before, on this very corner. It was one of the 2 locations I know of. There's one in the Frontier Mall that is also gone now. It didn't make it through Corona. But yeah, it's Victoria's Secret now. I'm gonna see about maybe grabbing a quick photo. I don't want to tear this up more than I have to. Oops, that's still open. Why is that? I'll look at chat here in a moment. Kind of want to pull my backpack thing open and put stuff in there, but it's a pain in the butt because I got to undo things to get it open. Shoot. What can I do here? There we go. Do that for a minute. I gotta grab a photo of the USPS truck. Not every day I get a photo of that. There we go. Got photos of it when East Coast was abandoned too. Some of their signage was still up. So it's now Victoria's Secret and it looks like they occupied this whole space. Wow. All right. Hopefully the stream doesn't lag too much in this area. I'm not sure how the internet is in here. Let's see. I think the next place is like right around here. I need to look at my list. I think it's right here, isn't it? Could have sworn. Let me look. There was a Best Buy in the Rock Bottom on the East Coast. That's now the Victoria's Secret. CJ Banks next to Zales. Yeah, this is it. Yep, that's the space. I recognize the interior. So there were. This plaza was kind of like the Frontier Mall, where it had a CJ Banks and a Christopher and Banks. If I remember it, one was like extra larges, and the other was more like not quite youth, but like, you know, smaller sizes, right? Smaller sizes for other people that are maybe a little more lean. I don't remember which was which. I'm going to stay here. I appreciate that. But it looks like it's now a place called Uniform Destination. There. I'll zoom in just a little bit. Trying to get photos between people instead of getting a width of the shot. That's an interesting angle. Ha. Okay. So there's that. Let's see. Looking for an angle here. I'll let this car go. Kind of need a low angle of that sign because that tree kind of blocks it. There we go. So it's still a clothing store then. There we go. Just not Christopher and Banks. I think this one was the Christopher and Banks and the other one was CJ. So let's go over to, we'll go over to it here in a moment. They don't really need to wait because, you know what, I'm going the way they are. I don't expect them to wait since I'm not crossing. Plus I'm on a bike. So at least in this context, I don't expect it as much. But I appreciate it when people do. Next place is just after the Build-A-Bear workshop. One of them was, what was it? The locker by the Lids. And the other was a Banana Republic. And it looks like one of them might have been replaced. I don't know, I can't tell. Looks like that's the Banana Republic, so it hasn't been replaced. It's on the left where those billboards are. That used to be the, not Lids, but the other one. The one that owns Lids. Well, Lids owns the brand. Then the one on the right is Banana Republic, which I'll take a quick photo of that. Maybe. There we go. Let me double check that name. There's that. Best Buy. Locker Room. That's what they called it. Locker Room. Locker Room by Lids. So Locker Room by Lids was on the left, if I remember right, and the Banana Republic was right there in the middle. I'm gonna go as parking spot so that people can use it. Granted, they're not totally packed. Sometimes it can be really busy in this plaza. All right. I think the next place is on the left, and then we got this Christopher Banks on the right. Psst, psst, psst. Psst, psst, psst. Ah, Hickory Farms is going into one of these spaces. Kind of need to go to the other side because that light pole is blocking me. That's actually a cool photo though, actually. The pole kind of acts like the A in farms. Yeah, where's my list? Oh, there it is. I put it in my other pocket. Trolled myself for a minute. Trolled myself. Ah, the Justice. Okay. So that's directly next to... Okay, so I do kind of need to go to the other side anyway. All right. Far out. We'll get it. We'll get it. Nice, a Tesla went by right in the shot. There we go. So there is something in the former, was it Justice? Justice was a kids' clothing store. Had one in the Frontier Mall. There's, I think there's also one over at the North Glen Marketplace. But it looks like it's now a place called Frank's Barbecue Trading Post. There we go. And I think I can make it because this car is going to have to wait. I cut across. It's about a better photo. It doesn't look like Hickory Farms is open yet, but they got their sign up. That's for sure. I love how I see a little bit of my reflection in two windows, but I'm like kind of cut out too. Oops. Want a photo of this. There we go. They are coming to the Frontier Mall again this year as well, so can't help but notice them. Thanksgiving is the week after next. Thank you for that. You may not want them, but when you need them, get your scrubs at Uniform Advantage. There you go. I'm the only one in the chat and the stream now at that moment. Yes, you might actually have been. I think the YouTube live chat is lying to me a little bit, but that's besides the point. Maybe not intentionally lying, but it is kind of lying. Oh, okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. They did not have to stop. I was not in a hurry. Okay, climb up here. Go back to the other side. I'm not as energetic today. I don't feel as much energy kicking. Maybe it's because I didn't really eat today. Looks like this person might see where you want in this spot. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. So we're gonna go to the next place, which is just up here on the right. I think actually right around here. Yeah, I think this was it. So right here used to be the CJ Banks, if I remember right. It's now this place called Colorado Eagles. Oops, sorry person. I'll pull it out of the way for you. It's like, I'm taking this spot. It's all right. I'm not parking there. It's literally only gonna sit there for a couple minutes, but it's okay. It's okay. There we go. Get the sun out of my eyes. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. Got a good photo of that. And the next place, I'll just walk to it, screw it. Next place is literally right in front of us. It's the Barnes & Noble. Wanted to pass by it for the heck of it, since I know the Barnes & Noble in Cheyenne recently opened. Some of the employees are working at this store. Some of them were working at the Fort Collins store. I think some even worked at a couple other stores maybe as well. But this one is definitely still the older, bigger store format. It's not a tiny store. It's been here a long time. I don't remember if I've gone in this one before or not. I've gone in other locations for sure in Colorado, but can't remember if I did this one before. Let's see, can I angle this? Looks like they do still have the cafe. They still got their cafe sign there in the window. I smell P.F. Chang's. Never even eaten there, but I'm pretty sure, like 99% certain that's what I smell right now. Smell their sauces. There you guys go. There's a good look at the Barnes & Noble sign. All right, we'll try that. There we go. There we go. Probably be like the best photos I've just taken of the store. I have a couple photos of it I've taken in the past, but I don't know, they just didn't turn out as good. They just didn't turn out as good. Woo! That was a little bit of a bump on that. Curb's a little higher there, it seems like. But that's okay. That's okay, we made it. We didn't fall. We did not fall. P.F. Chang's, I haven't tried it. I haven't heard anything bad about it. Just haven't tried it. There's quite a few locations in Colorado though, so yeah, there's that. There is that. The Promenade shops on that sign. Gonna cut over here so that way I can go on the sidewalk and potentially get a photo from over here. We covered the Loveland Yards in the last Loveland live stream. Didn't look like too much more significant stuff was happening over here, so not gonna go back over there today. But on the upside, I got a chance to take a couple of good photos of it, so. There we go. That's a good photo. And we'll see about trying to get Cracker Barrel maybe from this angle. All right. Ugh, that sun's the hard part. The only part that sucks about this angle, the sun is literally in my eyes, so I gotta be careful not to accidentally put the camera on the sun. Boy, got a little bit of lens glare going on. Ah, you darn truck. There's so many trucks that keeps messing up the focus. There we go. Golly, it'd be easier to get a video clip of vehicles going by than to get a photo of Cracker Barrel. Okay, I got it on the center. Alright, maybe that's good enough. That was hard. I was gone a bit. So we are currently near the south end of the Centerra Promenade. In fact, we are at the south end of the Promenade shops. Across the highway from the Loveland Yards. We're actually literally next door to Jared's. Over by Sky Pond Drive. That's a cool photo. You guys can't see it, but there's a cool photo I see that I need to get. For sure. Man, that's kind of almost a cool photo. It's too bad the grass is blocking the sign so much. I almost need to be in the roundabout to get the photo I want. Shoot. Alright, what can we do? What can we do? Can we do something a little jank? Just a little jank. Not a lot jank, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe. Let me angle that right there. This is a little bit janky. Hopefully nothing bad happened. I mean, there's not a lot of traffic and traffic's slow, but not my preferred angle here. But whatever. What can you do? There we go. I'll show you the photo I'm getting here. Was getting anyway. Was getting. So right here you got the Centerra sign, and there's grass that kind of blocks the sign. It's gotten a little bit tall. Nothing necessarily wrong with that. It looks like pretty grass, but it does block me from getting a good photo. So I had to go in the roundabout just around the edge of it to get that photo. But that's all right. We got it. We got it. There we go. Come down here for a minute. Just want to see something. I don't know if it'll work, but I want to see something. It might kind of work. I don't know. Kind of. I can get a better angle of Cracker Barrel now. Whoop. There we go. There we go. Easy enough. I think this sidewalk takes us back to the other side of the parking lot. So we'll use it. So it'd be really nice if they put like an underpass for pedestrians and bikes to use right around this area, because we are going to be going over the other overpass here shortly. And granted, I think it's doable now. It's probably more doable now than it used to be. There's still no sidewalk or really a bike lane even. There's, you know, you got a shoulder and that's it. So it's like I kind of wish, I do wish they'd put in a little better connection there. It'd be nice. It's definitely a discouraging factor for doing it that way, but yeah, what can you do? I can't change anything about it. Gotta deal with what there is. Having the underpass up north a little bit will help, but you know, it's still a mile to 2 miles out of the way in each direction, so it's like a lot of extra trip distance. And of course right now it's still not open, so I can't use it anyway. There is a road a little farther south that in theory I could take, but I mean, it doesn't quite work for me because you know, it's going to take me way away from where I'm actually trying to go. So it's like crap. And I was looking at possibly using that road too. It stinks a little bit, but what can you do? They are getting better about the bike infrastructure in Loveland, probably a little faster than Cheyenne. Like Cheyenne is getting better, don't get me wrong, but I feel like Loveland might be doing it just a little quicker, but there's still a lot of spots where Loveland does need to improve it. I'll look at chat here in a couple of minutes, maybe after I get over this bridge. It'd be kind of cool if they made the pathway that goes through the park, goes through that Chapangu park, or I'm probably butchering that, and I apologize if I am, but it'd be cool if they made that sidewalk go under that bridge and all the way up, down to past Eisenhower, connect up with a plaza over there, and there's even some complexes over there, like multifamily units. It'd be cool if they made it connect up with those. But they don't right now, and I don't know if that's an idea they've considered or not. But it would be cool if they did make that work. It'd be really cool. At least there's a sidewalk on this part of Centerra Parkway though, so it's actually a wider sidewalk, more of a bike path thingy, so. I bet this is 8 or 10 foot wide at what we're on right now, and that's what it is around the corner. I do like that you can at least walk between Johnstown Plaza and Centerra area. I do like that. And there's more new places up here that have been built for people to live. Those ones have been here a little longer, a little while, but still new, pretty new, like newer than Centerra for when they were built. I think there's just a little uphill here, no biggie. So this is really nice because it's separated from the road. You got trees and stuff that block the sound, so I don't end up feeling like I'm on South Greeley Highway. I do like this path better than some of the other sidewalks. And again, this is probably more of a mixed-use path / bike path, but still. I like that they made the little feature up here on the left, a spot you can actually walk into and kind of walk around. It's almost a little mini park, even though it is around the side of a busy roadway. But yeah, I definitely need to lube my chain. It's squeaky. Still got a bottle of lube at home, so maybe I'll see about doing that sometime. There we go. Person gonna wait? They are. Wow. I'm shocked. And that person probably isn't turning right. I'm a bike, so I'm gonna cross right here when it turns. So that'd be a little bit easier for me. There we go. And then we'll go over here. And do the same thing again. Be a little less wait time that way. I'm not gonna look at chat for a second here, and then I'll look at chat. I'll look at chat once I get to a spot where I'm a little safer. A lot of green arrow, got a lot of left turning traffic. There we go. There we go. Boink. Boink, boink. Boink, boink. Oh, that one hit a little harder than I expected. Oh, Jersey Mike subs. Haven't ever tried them, but they are supposed to be coming to Cheyenne. They've had a dumpster out in front of the Soon-to-Be location for a while now over by Freddy's. Oh, wow, that's harsh on this side. Okay, that's a little better. That's a lot better, actually. You guys didn't see it, but the sun was glaring hard off the sign. Here, it's not so bad. All right, let's look at chat. Welcome back, Jasmine. Any new retail videos planned? Yeah, I do have more videos in that I'm going to be eventually doing. There's one that I've been kind of working on filming, but then I got interrupted by the drives failing me, and well, I literally wasn't really able to post for a while. So yeah, there's that. We're gonna do the shortcut that he used. It's wider than I thought it would be to go through here, but it's also still really narrow. There's a video I've been, like I said, that I can't even talk. Like I said, there is a video that I've been kind of working on to try and get it rolling, but yeah, got interrupted by that, so I haven't been able to finish filming it yet. Maybe possibly hoping to finish it this week, over the next week I should say, and maybe upload it sometime after that. Besides that, it comes down to how the weather is, right? Besides how do I want to say it? Comes down to if the weather allows for me to get good videos or not. That's a cool sign for Bonefish. Wasn't planning on coming over here, but now I want to get a photo, so yeah, I'm gonna get a photo. Remember right, Bonefish is owned by the same parent as Outback, if I remember right. There we go. There we go. If I remember right. Alright. Let's see, what's next? I think I was gonna go, what way was I gonna go? I want a quick photo of the Jersey from this side. And then we'll continue. Need to go just a little farther. I'll get out of the sun. That's better. go. We'll grab a photo of the sign. There we go. There we go. Alright, I think the next place is down the road. Oh, bo. I think this truck's gonna want to pass me, possibly. Yeah, they are. Go ahead, person. You know you want to. There you go. Oh, yeah, sure. All right, we need to do that. So first we got Incycle bicycles a long time ago, back in 2007, 2008, around the time that this building was built. This was a Trek bicycles. And then it turned into Lee's Cyclery, which I believe is Schwinn, if I'm not mistaken. And then it turned into Trek bicycles again. And now that Trek bicycles moved over to the Loveland Yards, this is now Incycle bicycles, which is specialized. So a little bit of history there. Let's see, how do I want to angle this? Kind of need to be at a different angle because I'm going to be in the reflection in this case. But then the trees block it. I can't win. Having the trees in the shot is no big deal. Just trying to get a spot where the sign's not totally blocked. Let's see, I still got my listy up. Double check that, but I think I said that correctly. There we go. Okay. I'll double check. Make sure I said that right. I think I did. Appears to have started as Trek. Yep. Built 2007 to 2008 in that timeline. Yeah, I went to Lee's Cyclery between 2012 and 2015. Turned back into Trek around 2018 or 19. And Trek moved in 2023, earlier this year, to the Loveland Yards, at which point the Incycle opened. Incycle got a hold of a few of the Trek stores, apparently, at least one or two that I know of. Forget what the other locations were, but it was listed on the little article thing I read. I hear a fire truck. Wow, that's a big building, so they might be planning on having more tenants than just the one. Wow, okay. So over here is a chicken salad chick coming soon. It's being built, and well, there's a huge building here. I have a sneaky suspicion they aren't gonna need that whole building. Looking like need to get in this angle so that way the sun's not glaring it so see the sign very good. Oh yeah, there's this thing coming. Well, you can look, just have. I just now realized I haven't looked too. Come on, camera. Sometimes my camera likes focusing funny on stuff. Maybe that's good enough. So, photos all blurred. Had that happen with the Arby's. I even had tapped and hold to. All right, we'll get a couple photos on the. Well, except I'm going that way though. I don't know. No matter what, I got backtracks this script. We'll just do it. we'll just do it. Got to backtrack just a little bit for a sign over here. I uploaded a video for the Firestone in Cheyenne on the Vault channel where that wacky wavy inflatable man was going over there. I really didn't think I'd see another one this year, but I guess I am. So they're occupying two addresses apparently. There's a sign over there that says 4884 and 4880. Guess just still. Let's look at chat again. Nothing new? Okay. Apologize if there's lag. We might be in a low spot right now for the internet. Hopefully it'll come back here in a second. Looks like it did. Corral Bay. Place called Corral Bay Wine and Spirits. Okay. Darn, there's traffic here. There's a bit of traffic all of a sudden. So over here, there's a few places. Let's see, I'll have to look at my note. This whole building was built pretty recently. A little while ago, but still pretty recently. More recently than other stuff in this area. Let's see. Or buildings, because there's two of them. So I guess the Kona Hawaiian barbecue isn't open at the moment. Or no, maybe it is. It says we're open on this side. Ha. All right, so this was a Chicken Jack's Asian chicken done right. This place in front of me. Like the Loveland one, it appears that Kona Hawaiian barbecue, or Loveland Longmont one, it appears the Kona Hawaiian barbecue ended up taking over. Google Maps was saying it was temporarily closed, but it now looks like that's probably a lie. An inadvertent one, but a lie nonetheless. Because there's signage that literally says we're open on the side of the building. Now I don't know if they'll be using the drive. They might. Where? Let's see, when was that built? Look at the time. It gets to be like 4-ish. Yeah, over the interstate, that's right. I had to think about that for a minute. 50% on my phone now, so it's at least charging. Let's see. It's 3:18, so we still got quite a bit of time. That's a good thing, probably. There's one more place I was going to look at. All right, so let me get the info on this correct. So we got Kona Hawaiian barbecue, which was the former Chicken Jack's. Duck Donuts opened in on May 13th, 2023, and Clean Eatz opened in 2021. Unfortunately, I didn't write down when the time period when this building was built, but it was built pretty recently, like 2019-ish, somewhere around there. You can go back in Google Maps Street View and probably figure it out. I should be able to, because pretty close anyway. You'll get down to maybe a year or two difference. But yeah, I did try the Clean Eatz once in Cheyenne now, and I did like their food, so I'll have to definitely go back again. It's actually kind of a cool angle on the Duck Donuts. There we go. And There we go. Grabbed a couple of quick photos. I don't know, yeah, I think they're open over here at the Kona Hawaiian. They have a really wide front door. A lot wider than I usually see. Ha, interesting. All right, let's continue. I think the next place, let's see, yeah, the next place is gonna be going around the back side of the hotels. Pass by Scheels since it's in the thumbnail. It's only fair that I do that. So it's not like absolutely clickbaity. Man, that wacky wavy inflatable guy is kind of messed up. He's ripped up a little bit. Maybe the wind got him or the sign or something. He has a hole in the side of him. Still standing tall though, so hey. He not dead. All right. There you go, we got Scheels Sporting Goods. We'll get to the front and I'll show you guys about the angle, that kind of an angle anyway. Somewhat similar angle on the front. That's in the thumbnail. Seems like today was not a good day to do the stream. I'm not gonna lie, it's been really quiet, like quieter than usual. Like I've had some times when it's been really, really quiet. But like I feel like it's been more quiet this time than it usually would be. All right. Need to find a spot to squeeze through if I can. And go around to the next side. Remember, I don't know, it might have been from that aisle actually, but we're just gonna get as close as we can get. So this Scheels is original to its location. It's the first one in Johnstown in northern Colorado. There's also one out in, let me angle it this way for a minute. There's also one out in Colorado Springs. I've been in here handful of times. It's a really big store, 2 levels, and they do got the Ferris wheel and all that Scheels usually has. Looks like they are getting Christmassy stuff in the store. I'll go this way. I don't want to backtrack more than I have to. Man, my bike's gotten real squeaky today. Definitely dry. He took a wide turn, man. The only upside is it slowed down the car so I didn't have to wait. That's the one upside, so I'm not going to complain, but simultaneously, that was a really wide turn. I feel like it did not need to be quite so wide. Oh, wow, so Tuesday morning still has their signs up, but they are not open. All the Colorado locations closed back when they were, I believe when they filed for bankruptcy. We're going to take a little shortcut here. There we go. Oh, 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 there we go. Ah, that's the tough part. I'm gonna eat some pecans because I feel super hungry now. If I can, hopefully. This is tough. There it is. Cashews, I mean, not pecans. Said the wrong word. Not bad. I don't know how I do that. Do that sometimes, and it's like pecans and cashews are a lot different from each other. Just for some reason, the name just, I don't know, throws me off, I guess. I don't know. But I like cashews. I like pecans. They're both still good. Employees are terrible at Incycle, you say? Interesting. I've never been to Incycle. Like, I've never actually gone to get Incycle before. Did I got a leaf? Oh, I do. I had a leaf on my brake. Them are good. That's another one that Cheyenne wants. I see a lot of people saying they want to have Cheba Hut. Toasted subs. It's a different kind of a sandwich place. In spite of what the logo looks like, no, they are not infused with pot. I probably should have said the keyword on YouTube, but no, they are not infused with pot. But I've never tried them, but apparently they're good, and apparently a lot of people, at least a good amount of people in Cheyenne, do want it to come up there. I think the closest location right now is in Fort Collins, so. Taking a closer look at the logo though, it looks like those are more meant to be palm trees. But I'll be honest, when I first saw the logo, it almost looked like a palm. It looked like a leaf off of the Canapa. God, these cashews are good. It's too bad there's not more in this pack, but I got other packs if I need it. Glad I brought them. I don't know what I'd do without them right now, because I'm real hungry. Did I say classes? If I did, I meant cashews. I'm pretty sure I said cashews, but maybe my wording was slurred there a little bit. I was trying to eat cashews for a minute. Alright. I think I actually want to go this way. See about getting a little different angle on Tuesday morning. So this is all kind of part of the Johnstown Plaza where we're at now. Wow. That was good. I've had them before, but that specific kind. They're just plain old salted cashews. Really? Come on, man. Sometimes it's really hard to tell if people are going to stop, and I hate it when they don't. Especially when I'm pretty sure you're supposed to have the right of way as a pedestrian in a crosswalk. But alas. what can you do about it? Important thing is you don't get in a crash. I'd rather wait and be safe than go maybe get a lawsuit, but also be really screwed up. Doing some landscaping. Okay. I'm gonna stop here for a minute. There you go, there's a Tuesday morning's entry doors. There we go. Okay. Let's see what we can do. There we go. The little off-ramp here is blocked, so we'll go over here. There's an AtHome over here now. So if I remember, it was like 2019 or so when this whole Plaza building was being built. That includes the North Star and the Tuesday morning. The Hobby Lobby was built after that. I got photos from when it was kind of almost ready to be open. And, well, AtHome got built after Hobby Lobby. I think there's about roughly one plot worth left to open. There's also a Kids Empire over here, whatever that is. Some kind of kids thing, I guess, but I don't know what that is about. I think I recall saying something about it, but I didn't find the article again when I was doing my research. Haven't needed to use my bell today. Bike bell. Haven't needed to. Looks like some kind of play place thingy, but I'm not sure. And there's AtHome. I don't know what to think of riding over here. I've never ridden in this spot. I've walked around this area a bit over the years, but I've never biked in this part, so this is different for me. I'd almost go out the short way, the shortcut over here, but the problem is I can't get to the other side of the highway where I feel like I'd be a little safer. I feel like there might be just a little more room for me to be on the shoulder. But I think we can probably make it work. So, hey. I am definitely getting a little sore. I'm starting to feel it. But I don't think I'm too tired to get across the highway. I think we still got time. Sun's still up. It's still going to be up for a little while. So maybe we'll make it to In-N-Out. One more car. Trying to turn left here, and there's a lot of traffic. I'm going to see if I can squeeze around Qdoba. I can't remember if I can, but I think there's a sidewalk there that'll connect up. Hopefully there is. I think there is, but I can't remember. Let's see. Not there. Well, yeah, there. I think there is. Oh. Yep. Although their table's kind of blocking it. Oh well. There we go. Now we can take a little shortcut. Although I kind of wanted to be on that side of the road. Shoot. What can we do? There's a sign outlining U-turns? No, there isn't. But is it safe to get over there? That's the question. Better wait. See these people? There's literally a pedestrians crossing sign there. This is a crosswalk, and people still are not doing the right thing. Yeah. All right, let's see what we can do. I'm just gonna deal with the pedestrian crossing script. This intersection is way too many cars going on. Red Robin. Yum. The one Red Robin commercial I'm remembering right now is that one where the guy's in the manhole and then he gets underneath it. He jumps out long enough to say yum, and I think he's being chased by cops too, if I remember right. It's been a long time since I've seen that commercial, so I could be wrong, but I think I'm remembering right. So the fun part is there's no sidewalk across the Interstate 25, like I said earlier. So I got to deal with that. And of course this person was not very considerate. Not even being considerate now. Literally blocking the pedestrian thing. Like, I think part of it is the design of the road, but that's besides the point. He's still blocking my way. When he could literally back up 20 feet. And there's still no cars behind him. He still could back up. And he still could back up. And he still can back up. He can back up for like next 5 minutes. Maybe not 5 minutes, but still. Well, here comes a fire truck. Here you go, standby news. Loveland Fire Rescue Authority. Loveland Fire Rescue Authority said on the door. I don't know where they're going. Have no idea. I don't know if it's an EMS call or an accident or what, but there's that. That one person that just went. All right, this should be fun. All right, let's do it. So this is Highway 34, also known as Eisenhower Boulevard. Speed of the traffic is probably about 45 to 50 miles an hour. I forget the exact speed limit. It's 45 last time I was in Loveland, but that might have changed. Might be 55 now. But it's nerve-wracking a little bit. This is why I say there should be a pedestrian area here somehow. God, this is going to be nerve-wracking. Woo! Gotta get across when there's a hole in traffic. And we're not going to have a hole just yet. It's hard to do this. Man. Come on, traffic. There we go. That's the on-ramp for the interstate. I could understand not having the having a pedestrian thing cross the on-ramp or off-ramp. But that's where you build something separate, maybe a half a block or block away from here. That's maybe an underpass or an overpass or something like that. I think this is infinitely worse though than the... I'm going for it, fuck it. This is a hill, I gotta climb it. I think this is infinitely more stressful to cross on a bike than going down that Centerra Parkway we were on earlier. for sure, because you got 3 lanes of traffic that are almost constantly filled, and another lane for the on-ramp. And it looks like traffic to Fort Collins is backing up, to and from Fort Collins actually. A little bit. There's a lot of traffic on the highway there. Like we might have a chance. There we go. So if I look south from right here at the intersection of Eisenhower and I-25, there's a bridge that in theory I could take that would be infinitely safer than this. But the problem is that it takes me so far out of the way that I'd rather stop and not do it, or just do this. It's like, which would you do? Would you do this, or just not bother? I don't know. Today, I kind of really want to do this, so. I don't want to have to do that, but do it like I did, right? Going over that bridge. But at least there is a spot for me to ride, kind of. There is the shoulder. A lot more of a shoulder than that bridge by Sears, Grand, and Thornton. My God. It's bad that I literally feel safer being next to higher speed traffic, and I'm going to leave it at that. I don't know if the stream's even public anymore. I don't remember. But I used to have a stream where I did a stream. How do I want to say it? I did a stream a while back at Sears Grand on their last day. Partly because I ended up missing the last day. And I was debating on whether to cross the bridge and then maybe come back, or just do a different thing. And well, that bridge was too chaotic for me. Like, it looked way too chaotic, at least back then. So it's like, I don't know. The infrastructure is getting better in Colorado, but there's so many areas that really need some improvement. Some really serious improvement. Now I could, in theory, I don't know, what do I feel like? In theory, I could go right and then just go through the parking lot. But I think it'd be more satisfying to go from this edge. So I think I'm gonna just go this way to get to the next place. But yeah, there's no connection to that bridge that I was talking about that's south of Eisenhower. So there is, but it's like really out of the way. And you know, it doesn't connect up here. It might one day. It's built in a way it could one day, but currently it doesn't. So yeah. Got a lot of traffic. Still going, still going. There we go. This is another spot. They've at least started adding in sidewalk, and better sidewalks at that, at this spot. But they haven't connected it up, so it's still useless. There is a little dirt road service thing over here on the right, but I've walked on it before, and I've got goat heads in my shoes, so it's like I'm not gonna bike on that. Not happening. I've had enough goat heads in my bike tires in the past. But like, that would actually be a good, that service road spot would be a good spot to maybe have a 15-foot wide multi-use path thingy, so that way, you know, service vehicles can still use it. Well, so that way pedestrians have a better spot to walk. At least in my opinion it would. And it'd be a little farther from the road and kind of have the ambiance of the creek, the concrete creek that runs through there. But they haven't done that, and this is another thing where I don't know if they thought of it or if they Maybe even are trying to and just haven't yet. I don't know. I don't know how that works in this case. All right, we're coming up on In-N-Out, guys. So we can't even turn left. That's how busy it is over there. And it looks like it's still pretty busy. They still have their traffic control going on. There we go. Cheated a little bit, but I don't care. I'm on a bike. I'm not like I'm going through the drive-thru anyway. Man, it's gotten crazier again. I wasn't sure if I'd make it. That's why I came over here initially before the stream. But I made it. So there is that. Man, so let me show you this setup. This is like crazy how much is going on here. So they got a lot of these parking aisles blocked off at this point, and there's a spot for people to drive through. They got a little roadway thingy here. And then there's all these lines of cars waiting to get into the drive-thru. Just so many of them. I'm gonna go on the other side of these cones. There's just so many cars, man. I'll go around and see if I can get a different angle for you guys. So that's what they've been building there. That's the former Mimi's Cafe. I've done a video on it. All the history info is in the Mimi's video, so if you want to know more about it, just look up the Mimi's Cafe in Loveland. Abandoned. You should be able to find the video. Got the former Bed Bath & Beyond. The sidewalk there, so I had to deal with that, but that's okay. Perfectly okay. It means cars aren't racing through the middle of the parking lot like they do at a lot of other ones. I see them do that all the time at places where unfortunately I can't even say I don't do it. From time to time it's just people do it because it's convenient. It's more convenient just cut through the parking lot if you can than to drive around. But having that, having separator like that helps a little bit with that. It's not necessarily a law saying you can't, and it's on private property where people do that a lot. But yeah, look at that. Is that line crazy or what? Goes all the way around the building. Got cars parked in the parking lot. Looks like there's still a line to get inside. Like, I can't believe the amount of people. I'd imagine the parking in the lot is probably for people who are dining in rather than people that are going through the drive-thru. What way do I want to go?
So yeah, so that's why we're doing addition.
I know. I'm going that way. Thank you. I'm going to turn right here and see if I can get you guys a view of the crowd here. Oop. Okay. That's okay. Wanted to go through the drive-thru, eh? That's okay. She's going over there, I see. Let me see what I can do for you guys. This is what I'm telling you. It's really, really busy here. And that guy's gonna get out. Is he gonna get out? Yep, he is. It's not as long as it was, I guess, but you know, it's still coming out of the restaurant, which is crazy. Man, that sun's bright. Ah, okay, they got like a merch thingy there.
It's busier now than it was before? Yeah?
What would you guys say was the longest the line's been for the going inside?
For going inside, the line, like the wait times are usually the same because we just have like different speeds where we go. But
For sure.
I think the farthest was around right here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you guys have been staying busy then?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Fair enough. Have a good day.
Yeah. You too. Thank you. That's cool.
So there you guys go.
This business also isn't going to stay as well. So, do you have any questions about today?
I will have try them sometime, just not today. Go. All right. Let's see if we can get a little different angle for you guys. Done with all the people. There we go. Got black rubber on my hands for my handlebars. I don't usually go without gloves, but my gloves are kind of holding that directory I picked up earlier. So I don't want to use my gloves. I do got my shiny ones, but then it also makes taking photos harder. Woo, that sun's hard. There we go. So there you go. There's a view of this side. So earlier today when I was here, I did get some video clips of just all the craziness a little bit, and it, like most of it. And I'll probably be putting a video on the Vault channel of that, as long as the videos don't corrupt or some crap like that. That's happened before, but probably be putting something on the Vault channel of that. That's my cue. Hey, Restore Data, do you think Cheyenne, Casper, Scottsbluff will ever get in and out? It's possible. This is the first in and out in northern Colorado, like I think the nearest one maybe like the Springs or Pueblo. So like, you know, we're talking SoCo, probably Pueblo because that's more SoCo, but either way, you know, this is the first one, NoCo. It wouldn't surprise me if they do eventually. I don't know if, man, that's a tough one. I kind of feel like Scottsbluff maybe not right now, but I'm not going to say it can't happen. It could happen in Casper, because Casper is the second biggest city in Wyoming, and well, it kind of seems like sometimes things go there instead of Cheyenne. So for example, Casper's got a Best Buy, Cheyenne doesn't. The closest Cheyenne's had to a Best Buy is Best Buy Mobile. So, you know, it could go there before Cheyenne since they built this one. But then again, it might actually go to Cheyenne next. Who knows? And they may not even do it at all. I don't know. So I hear, and it does seem like it can kind of be a little bit of a pain to come into Wyoming if you're not in Wyoming with a business. I mean, even Barnes & Noble, they set up permits for the Frontier Mall, and those got approved pretty quickly, but then they canceled out of that plan. And when they went for the permits again, it took a while. Now, it's possible there's a lot of other permits on the backlog. Maybe that's why that took so long. I don't know. But, you know, maybe it is a little harder for businesses that aren't in Cheyenne to come in, but they do it. They do it. I mean, we've had churches come in and a lot of other big brands that just aren't in Cheyenne. There's definitely some desire for it, no matter how you put it, of places coming into Cheyenne. So I don't know. It's possible that In-N-Out could come to Cheyenne or Casper or heck, even Scottsbluff. I guess it would depend on what makes more sense in their eyes for where they think they might be able to do better. I'll put it that way. I really do want to try them sometime, just not going to happen today because, well, for one thing, I'm kind of already got other plans. And number 2, well, they're really, really, really busy. But yeah, I remember Andy's exploration up in Andy's retail video of an In-N-Out when it opened up in his neck of the woods. So, and he actually tried it in that time too, I believe. He definitely did go inside and get online and everything. So, and I remember seeing it pretty busy there. Get out of the way! I think I read that. I'm gonna probably hop back in the sidewalk here. In sidewalk, in the road. There's no traffic, so we're good. We're gonna go over this way. I already got photos of it earlier, though I wouldn't mind having a few more photos, but yeah. All the traffic makes it hard. All the car traffic makes it very hard to do that right now. Especially on my bike, actually, because in this case, it's very hard to just pull somewhere without blocking traffic. And I don't want to do that. There's just so many cars. I am curious to see how they're going to deal with it after it calms down a little bit, because eventually it is going to calm down a little bit, isn't it? But, you know, for at least for the first few days, I'm sure it's going to be kind of pretty busy. I'm curious if people were lining up before the place opened. I bet they probably were. Those guys have a lot of hype around their brand. They do. I'm not going to deny that, because there is, you know. I remember seeing Instagram stories from a YouTuber out in California that was kind of going over how he likes it so much, but likes their stuff. That was a while ago too. I almost don't even really watch that YouTuber these days, but I do remember seeing some stories from him. I know I've seen some posts from other people too. I think there's who is it? I almost want to say it was Dad's Gone Live and around the Bakersfield area that ended up going to one in his neck of the woods too. That person waved me, so I'm gonna go for it. Let's go over to Staples real quick for the heck of it. So this is where Spirit was this year. Didn't end up going in here, and unfortunately it did end up being the last episode of the year. Didn't have a chance to get to the one in Fort Collins like I wanted to. So right here got Staples. All the signage is down now. Haven't checked the Cheyenne 2 today, but at least a couple days ago they still had their signs up. Both the Cheyenne ones closed on the 13th. I'm not sure, or 13th, the 3rd of November. I'm not sure if this one also did close on the 3rd or the 2nd. So, whoa. That person did not see what they were doing. Jesus. That was the craziest thing I've seen today. Besides myself going over the Interstate 25 bridge, that's the craziest thing I've seen today. Is this person waving at me? I don't know. Oh, he's waving at me to go around. I'm not gonna do that. Not happening. I'll wait. Oh, where should we wrap up, guys? Where should we wrap up? Maybe in this aisle? Kind of want to backtrack one aisle. Let's go one aisle back. I'm gonna go this way. Maybe looking towards In-N-Out. How's that for a shot? Maybe we'll try to do that. No sidewalk on this median, too bad. That's all right, but. Or well, is there a little bit of one here, maybe? Maybe not. kind of, not really. All right. I'll read chat real quick and go from there. Have a good finishing view. So we made it. We made it, and before sundown too. It's getting there. The sun's about to go behind the buildings here. We had an REI or Ray or Re. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. I know those are initials for their whole name, but we had one of those stores open in their Prescott store last weekend, and it was packed, says Restored Data. They had all kinds of pop-up tents and other giveaway prizes. There you go. There were no stores between Flagstaff and Arizona between Flagstaff and Phoenix before that, and I ended up buying a jet boil. Okay, well, there you go. Man, it is weird to see an In-N-Out here though. It's actually really weird. Actually, no, I need to take it back a little bit though. There is at least one other In-N-Out in northern Colorado, and that's like kind of northern Colorado, talking like Denver. There is one over by the Thornton, oh, I forget the name of the plaza, but it's over in Thornton, just across the street from Westminster. I remember seeing that one before. I forgot about that one till now. I think there's one or two others. I think there's one other that's near a Hobby Lobby. That's further south of that. And I don't know what other ones there are off the top of my head. Just a little farther. Yeah, that's kind of hard to get the angle. What's up, Tanyan? There was a fire on the railroad track, and now it's out now, but Standby News recorded it 51 minutes ago for 20 minutes. Nice, it was streamed. I'm glad he made it to that. He finally made it to a railroad fire. That stuff happens from time to time. It just does. I kind of got to ask, it's kind of obvious, but I do got to ask, did they end up just calling a normal fire truck, or did they end up having an engine with some kind of, a locomotive with some kind of water tank on it? I'll have to check it out either way later. Obviously I was live, so I probably wasn't able to see it, and if it was before the live, well, I just wasn't on my phone. I'm gonna get a little different angle here. There we go. That's crazy though. Hopefully everyone did have a do want to give a shout out to everyone who made it into the live stream. Sorry if I did miss anyone's chats. I think I got them all, but I always end up missing a couple or three here and there just because I can't look at chat constantly. So I apologize if I did miss your message. I don't know exactly when the next time is that we'll end up doing a video or live stream, but it'll probably be at least next week at the earliest. Might be a little later than that, just depending on how long it takes to get other stuff going. Weather dependent too a little bit, because if it's cold, probably can't do a video so easily. I can kind of, but it's a pain in the butt. I don't know how many more streams I'll do this year. It is starting to get really cold. It's going to be harder to do the biking streams. The best maybe I could do is a driving stream here and there or something like that, but we'll see. I am getting caught up on the news stuff over on the optopolis.blogspot.com, where I post current events. Been posting literally every day, even posted today, so probably, I don't know, I might take a break the weekend, but either way, been posting and trying to catch up on stuff happening in Cheyenne, because there's a lot that I've missed over the last month or so that I've had to deal with personal stuff, including the stinking storage drives. Oh my goodness. That was so irritating that happened, but what can you do? I can't believe the amount of cars though for it. There's a lot. Like, it's definitely busier there than I've seen, I think, any other place when it's opened. Doesn't surprise me in the least bit, but I'm curious if there's going to be rants and raves in the Cheyenne community about this In-N-Out opening. I'm sure some people probably came up from Cheyenne just to try it. I'm sure, 100%. Now, will they rant? I don't know, but or rave. I don't know, but we'll see. Go for it. Throw the quick question in there. Sun's not down yet, so I still got time, technically speaking. It was a grass fire. Oh, okay. So it didn't start as railroad doing that then. It didn't start with a locomotive catching it. Sometimes that's happened before. It does happen where the wheels just hit the metal just right or hit something in the tracks just right and ends up sparking a fire. So I guess it's good to know that it probably wasn't that this time. Okay. Still, there's a lot of grass fires up there, up in the Cheyenne area. There's a lot of fires over there in the grasses. I remember when I went out to, what was it? I remember when I went to Torrington and there was some kind of grass fire happening out there, and I remember being able to see a smoke from it. If I remember, I think it was on that trip. Man, going that way, the back way to Torrington, which is kind of like the main way, really. It's shorter than going to Scottsbluff first. I will tell you, there's a lot more planes going to Torrington than Scottsbluff. Scottsbluff, you at least have a little bit of a kind of a mountainy, viewy range, if you know what I mean. Like, it's kind of not like mountain, but like you kind of at least have a view to look at. Going to Torrington, I feel like about the most interesting spots are the towns, which of course you gotta slow way down for them. Oh man, it's crazy to me how many places have the road that goes right through the middle of town ends up being the road that's the busiest, most dangerous road, generally speaking. Happens a lot that way anyway. Not always, but tends to happen that way a bit. The In-N-Out sign is eliminated, I think. I think it is eliminated now. How about that? Looks like you go in through the first window to pay, maybe even get your drinks, I don't know. And then you get your food at the other window. That's what it looks like to me. There we go. There's a couple of alternate photos of In-N-Out. Ah, my hands are getting cold. Maybe that means it's time to finish up. So I'm going to read your question and then I'll have to see about wrapping. Go ahead. I'm sitting right here. Thank you. All right. Hey there, Stand By News. Got in here. The train did start fire. Okay. So it did start that way. The fire was most on the hill. You will see whenever you get to a stream. Okay. Why did you not visit Sears in Fort Collins, Colorado when it's now so close? I kind of did. I went over and took photos of it. This person's backing out. I'll move for them. I kind of visited. I did go over and photo it. I don't feel like I don't know. It's just a little appliance store, so it's like I honestly never interacted with any of the people at that store, so it's like I don't know. They might have been fine with doing a video. I don't know, but it's like do I really need to? Because there's already other photos online. So it's like let's do a quick little photo thing real quick. Plus, I think I had other things going on that day, if I remember right. In fact, I think that was when I was live in Fort Collins earlier this year, wasn't it? If I remember right, it was. So I did pass by it in that live stream, and I took photos during that stream. And that probably was why I didn't end up doing a video. I kind of forgot about that for a minute, and I don't know why I'm on the sidewalk, but I am. I don't know why I went here. There's a Chick-fil-A. Yeah, I think I did. I think that's what happened. Because I remember specifically that I kind of zoomed into a person standing, holding one of the So I kind of did do a little bit of video in a way. I just didn't go inside in that instance, and part of it in that case too, in addition to everything else, was I had to get the stream done. I was going to do a Loveland stream in that day, and I did. Had to get through the stream as quickly as I could, and safely of course too, but quickly as I could to just get done, so to speak. I want to ride through here. I haven't ridden through here like this before. Last time I think I kind of cut over to the other side, or I don't remember what I did, but I want to ride through here properly. Let's go back the other way now. I don't think I've done that before, so we're going to do it. So yeah, this is what it looks like if you're wanting to go into the drive-thru at In-N-Out. They're encouraging people to enter through Hans Peak Drive, go over Hans Peak Drive and enter by Joanne's instead of coming in here. And you know what, even if you're not going through the drive-thru, they're still wanting people to, you know, do the thing and not turn left here. Which is probably a good thing. Like probably, I do wonder if long term they're gonna have to make that more of a T intersection setup where you can't pass through. You can only turn from that off-road that goes by In-N-Out. It wouldn't surprise me if they do have to do that. I'm sneaking by these cars real quick because I wanted this angle right here. Right here. There's a different view of In-N-Out. Now I'll re-chat again and see if there's anything else I missed. I think it was the train that caused the fire. Okay. Sunset 4:44. Yep. That's why I gotta wrap it up. I think here it might be more like 4:43 even. So yeah. I think that's what I was saying. I don't know. It might have been 4. I can't remember. Either way. Yeah, I think that's a good point to end off on. I ranted about that a little bit, but that's okay. Or raved, or whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to say. I don't know what the proper word is, but do appreciate everyone who stopped into the live stream. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic rest of your guys' night. I'll let you guys know this Sunday, as usual, for what the next content's going to be and all that. And we'll go from there. But until next time, peace out, everyone, and have a good day. See you guys soon. I'm glad that this stream saved its moment. It didn't end the